Cecilia Edefalk Selfportrait with gun 1993. Described for the visually impaired. Describe. The black and white photograph features a central figure, a woman standing against a homogenous background that provides no indication of a specific location or context. From the perspective of the viewer, she is positioned slightly off-center to the right of the frame, making direct eye contact with a focused, intense expression. The photograph is captured at a medium close-up shot that predominantly displays her upper body. Her attire is simple and nondescript, a dark, possibly black, long-sleeved turtleneck, and what appears to be light-colored denim jeans. The simplicity of her clothing contrasts with the action she's engaged in. She holds a revolver with her right hand, extending her arm straight towards the viewer, suggesting the action of aiming the gun. The gun is in clear focus, with the barrel directed outwards, positioned in the direct line of sight between her eyes and the camera lens. Her left hand is casually placed in her pocket, which, along with her direct gaze and the grip on the gun, evokes a sense of casual confidence or determination. The photograph captures motion in the form of her dark hair, which appears to be styled in a neat, possibly pulled back fashion, emphasizing the shape of her face and her gaze. The lighting of the image creates a chiaroscuro effect, with the right side of her face partially in shadow, enhancing the three-dimensional quality of the figure and adding to the dramatic tension of the composition. The overall effect is one of stillness contrasted with potential action, underscored by the starkness of the black and white tones. The textural details are not visible due to the monochromatic scheme, but the contrasts in light and shadow are sharply defined, emphasizing form and depth. There's a palpable intensity to the scene, created by her direct star and the pointed gun, all composed in a way that places the viewer in the immediate and unsettling position of the subject's focus. Context. This photograph is reminiscent of the style seen in the works of artists involved with the feminist art movement, which gained momentum in the 1970s and 80s. The direct confrontation with the viewer, along with the choice of the woman to be both the subject and the holder of the gun, can be interpreted as an assertion of agency, an embodiment of empowerment, and possibly a challenge to traditional gender roles. Given the style and the context in which it might have been created, this photograph may be exploring themes of self-identity, empowerment, and the reversal of the male gaze, which has been a significant discussion in feminist theory. The woman's gaze, directly confronting the viewer, challenges the traditional passive role of female subjects in art history. Instead of being observed, she becomes the observer, actively engaging with and even threatening the viewer's space. This dynamic subverts traditional power structures and visual narratives in art, where women have been predominantly depicted as objects of desire rather than as individuals with agency. The minimalistic approach to the attire and setting ensures that the viewer's focus is on the action and the psychological intensity of the encounter, rather than on any narrative context or environment. This kind of stark presentation is often used to heighten the impact of the conceptual message, emphasizing the subject's autonomy and individuality. The use of black and white film also suggests a nod to the historical context of photography and might be a deliberate choice to evoke a sense of timelessness or to focus on the dramatic interplay of light and shadow without the distraction of color. This artistic choice aligns with a broader history of black and white photography used in various art movements to emphasize form, contrast, and emotional impact. If this photograph was part of a series or an artistic project, it might be contextualized as part of a narrative or thematic exploration of similar issues related to gender, power, and representation. The stark, unembellished composition aligns with the methodologies of certain periods of modern art, which favored simplicity and directness of expression. For art lovers, by art lovers, share and subscribe and give us a comment to improve the work of enabling art for more of us.